Carolyn introduced, I'm Chris. I'm Chalmer's oldest and favorite son. And thankfully, I didn't learn how to play golf from Chalmer. I had some other influences in my life that took me in a different direction in the golf course. But I want to thank everybody on behalf of the family. I know Carolyn and Denny have done so graciously. But thank you so very much for attending and being here and celebrating my dad's life. I know on the outside he wouldn't have wanted the fuss, but deep down he would truly be grateful that all of you are here to share this special moment and that are here to celebrate his life. So on behalf of all of us, thank you very much for being here. You know, when I think of my dad, he was so many things to so many people. He was a brother to his sister Shar. He was a great friend to many. If you were lucky enough to have my dad as a neighbor, he was a great neighbor. He was a husband. He was an ex-husband. To my grandmother, who's here in the audience, he was a wonderful son-in-law. He was a teacher who touched so many people's lives in so many ways, in so many years that he taught public school. He was a grandfather who unfortunately didn't have the chance to spoil his grandkids, my wonderful nieces and nephew. But I think I was the luckiest of them all because I really had the privilege and honor of being his son. And to me that was a great honor. And I did everything I could to make him proud. It's hard. My dad was a real simple guy. He really appreciated all the simple things in life. He didn't need a lot. He liked to spend time with his family. He liked to spend time with what I call his first grandchild, who was his little dog, Choo Chow, who was his inseparable buddy. As Jim mentioned, my dad loved sports. I mean, it didn't matter. He's the only guy I know who could sit on the computer and watch ESPN baseball with just pitches and strikes. There'd be no sound, no image, but he just liked, he loved his Giants. He loved going to the horse racing, to the horse races. He just loved being out there with all of us. But I think what my dad really loved the most was making people laugh. And I think that's what really defined my dad. He really, he wasn't a very demonstrative guy, but, if he tried to make you laugh, you knew he liked you. And, that's what made Chalmer Chalmer. I think we're going to hear that a lot today, is that my dad really felt himself making people laugh, making people feel at ease. And he kept that sense of humor with him all throughout his last couple of months when he was really struggling. I remember I went and saw him at one of the care facilities up in Santa Monica. I'd go and visit him after work. And as many of you know, he passed away from complications from having his bile duct cut in surgery when he was having his gallbladder removed. And the last joke I remember my dad telling me was, he goes, "Son," he goes, "do you remember what he goes, do you know what the doctor who operated on me likes to do in his spare time?" And I said, "No, Dad, I have no idea." And he goes, "I think he liked to go duck hunting." I think that perfectly sums up my dad right there. And when you think of my dad, think of a smile, keep laughing. And I know that's what he'd want from all of us. So thank you very much.